So in this session, we will discuss with malwares and types of malwares. So can you tell me what is malware? Like, what do you understand by malwares?
Malware means virus, right? And the virus that affect the our system.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, malwares are more than viruses. Okay, let's discuss.
Okay.
So malwares, which is like software designed to infiltrate a computer system and possibly damage it without the user's knowledge or consent. Okay. So basically, malware is like they're like we have like wide range of softwares that is intentionally designed to cause harm to your systems and devices and more as your networks and your users. So and without the user's knowledge and the consent. So we have like many types of malwares. And apart from harming the system, malwares can also gather information, provide any like unauthorized access, or maybe they can take a broad range of actions that a user don't want to take it. Okay. So that is these are malwares. Okay. So we have these types of malwares which are viruses, worms, Trojan horses, ransomwares, spywares, rootkits, and spams. These are the what we can say. These are the main types of malwares, and these are the part of your exam. So for the exam objectives, make sure you should understand about a number of malwares, like the most common malwares, as well as you should be familiar how you can differentiate one malware with another, like how you can can tell them apart, and more else how you can identify one from another, and how we can fight against them. Okay, for the exam. And also you have to know the characteristics of the malwares, like how the viruses are different from worms, how the worms are different from the Trojan horses like this, and how the viruses are different from the spam. So you should know the each and every characteristics of the malwares so that you can differentiate between the malwares. Okay. And after this malwares, I will give some questions so you can practice on that. So first we have ransomware. So ransomware are the malwares that restrict the access to a victim's computer system until a ransom is received. Ransomware uses a vulnerability in your software to gain access and that encrypts your files. So basically, ransomware is a kind of malware that takes over your computer and demands for a ransom. Ransom, and what is this ransom? It is a money. Okay. It is a form of any monetary value. And there are like many types of ransomware, including the crypto malware, which is which you basically encrypts your data, and in return of decrypting, they ask for the money. And when you pay some ransom or some money, they will provide you the decrypting key so that you can decrypt your data. Okay, that is crypto malware. That's right. Okay. And some other ransomwares are apart from demanding for the money, some are also blackmail you. Like they will blackmail you any for anything. Like if you are using any pirated software or for the pornography or for any illegal activities that you are doing inside your system, and that attacker can like he is like aware about it. Okay. Or also they will blackmail you on your private information. Like if any attacker is able to like steal your private information, so he or she can blackmail you. So apart from the money, they can also like threaten you on the basis of your activities, like whatever you're doing is inside your system or on the basis of your private information. Okay, so that is why ransom are very dangerous. Now, how to fight against ransomware? So for that, you can use effective backup systems. Okay, you can use backups of your data. Like you can backup on your cloud, you can backup on your hard drives, you can backup on the external SSDs. Okay, or you can backup on other systems which you where you can store your files in a separate location. And also that will not be impacted if any system or if that system or device it backups is infected by the ransom. Okay, so you can it depends on your like backup where you are taking the backup. Even some ransomwares are also defeated by the defenders. Okay, why the defenders are the uh, security professionals that can decrypt your data, okay, with the help of any tool or any key, okay, without paying the ransom. And also you can also use anti viruses or anti malwares tools for identifying the ransom in your system, or like blocking the ransom before they enter into your system or before they harm your system. Okay, so these are ransom. So where ransom are like you have a system and you have a couple of files. So they will like just decrypt your sorry encrypt your file. Let's say you have a PFD, sorry PDF. Okay, so let's say you have any a.pdf. So this will convert your a.pdf into a.xyz, like in any extension that cannot be opened by anyone. So, and you cannot access a PDF because of the encryption. Okay. So this is like the actual ransomware looks like. So this is all about a ransomware. And then we have Trojans. So Trojans are the malicious software that is different as a piece of harmless or desirable, that looks like a piece of or that is like distinct as a piece of harmless or desirable software. So let's say there's a PDF file you are sending, or me as an attacker, I'm sending a PDF file. Let's say main.pdf. It's like a simple PDF. Okay, it is like a general PDF. But inside this PDF, you have hide a malware. Let's say or a any kind of malware. Okay. So whenever you are hiding any kind of malware inside any legit file, that is known as Trojan horses. Okay, which is like they perform like a desired file or malicious function. Means, see, we are hiding a malware inside a legit file or inside a simple PDF. Even you can hide malware inside the images or PPTs or documents, everything. So let's say I have sent you any image. Let's say image.png. So this PNG, this is a legit image. But inside this image, you have hidden malware. Okay, that malware can be anything. Okay, that we will discuss in a while. So I have like hide malware inside this PDF, inside this image. So for the user, for the target, this is a simple looking image. Like if someone open this image, so a simple image will be open. But this is only in the foreground, in the front. But in the background, this malware, uh, whatever the malware is executed in the background. So that is why Trojans are very harmful and they are like very dangerous because no one can identify whether this is a legit file or if there's any malware which is hidden in this legit file or not. Okay, let's say I'm sending you this document. Okay, this malware docs. So maybe I have hidden malware inside this docs file. Okay, you cannot find it because that malware is running in the background. Okay. And this file, this simple docs file is opening in the foreground. So any simple user or any, even the professionals cannot find out that if there's any malware is hidden in the file or not. Okay. So they are known as Trojans. Basically, why they are known as Trojan horse? Because like there's an interesting story behind it. Uh, Once upon a time, there was like two kingdoms. So we have Kingdom A. Okay, this is like a real story, and Kingdom B. So there was a war going on between the Kingdom A and Kingdom B. So after uh, several days, Kingdom B offers the friendship with the help of a horse. and that horse is made up of wood, means a wooden horse, and the size is like good long. So this kingdom B sent a horse, a wooden horse, as offering a friendship with kingdom A. And kingdom A thinks, okay, this is like a friendship offer, and we should accept it. So kingdom A accept that horse, that wooden horse, and accept the friendship offer. But while at night, when the kingdom A, the whole like the everyone is sleeping in the the kingdom A, so that wooden horse. Inside that wooden horse, there's like soldiers are hiding inside that wooden horse. And in the at night, the soldiers came out from that wooden horse, and they just set the fire all over the kingdom, and the kingdom like burnt out, and the kingdom being wins. So this is like the story. That is why it is known as Trojans, because the soldiers are hiding inside the wooden horse. Okay, so that is why we are same as we are hiding a malware inside a simple legit file, and we are sending it to our target as we are sending a simple file, and the target doesn't know that it is a malicious file or not. So this is the story behind the name Trojan horses. Okay. Then we have rats. So rats are like they are provides the attacker with remote control of a victim's computer, and is the most commonly used type of Trojans. So rats are like they are like very popular malware, and they are like a highly sold malwares. Okay, like the highly valuable, the high price malwares. If you know how to create rat, then you can sell the rats in high prices. Okay, to the companies. So rats are like the very they what they did is, let's say this is a PC. This is my target PC, and I am sharing a file to a target PC. Let's say I'm sharing a PDF file, simple PDF. Inside this PDF, I have hide uh, malware, a rat malware. Okay, so this rat malware is inside this PDF. Okay, so this rat is running in the background, and this PDF is running in the foreground. So I've shared this file, and the target PC run this file. So the target PC or the user will only see this PDF because it is a PDF only. But in the background, this rat is running. And what this rat is do, this rat will like give me the remote access to the machine, to the of the victim machine, and I can do anything. Like it's like it will give me the CLI control of the victim machine, so that I can apply any commands from my system, and those commands will be executed on the victim system, and the output will be displayed on my screen. That is the power of red. Like you can run any number of commands. As you know that CLI is more powerful than GUI. So you can run any commands, you can do anything you want using that CLI. Okay, command line interface. It can be any shell, it can be any command interface, it can be any terminal, it can be any CLI in Windows, etc. It can be anything. But you are getting the remote access of your victim machine, so that you can run any commands using command line interface, or you can run like anything, any number of commands, and you can like you have a full access of that victim computer. So this is known as RED. Okay. Even if you think, let's say you have downloaded some red protecting tools, tools which will protect you from the rats. Maybe these tools also are are the red tools, red mail, sorry, because these also may be Trojans, because red tools are like they can also hide the red malware, the real malware, and your antivirus also cannot able to identify if this is a real malware or it is a red identifying tool. So it is like a very difficult to identify like which one is tool or which one is hiding the actual red malware on. Okay, so now how you can fight against these rats or trojans? So for first you can use the like anti-malware tools, okay, for identifying the rats or the trojans. Okay, and more as you can keep on spreading the awareness to the to your team that they do not download any software or any file from the untrusted source. Okay, so this you can do. And also make sure there's a difference in the Trojan horse and the rats. Rats are uh, rats are the subset of Trojans. Okay, rats are the subset of Trojans, but Trojans are independent. So Trojans are basically that you are hiding any malware. Now malware can be of any type. The malware can be virus, the malware can be rat, the malware can be bomb, the malware can be keylogger. So the malware can be anything, but you are hiding that malware inside a legit file or inside a simple looking file. That is known as Trojan. And let's say you are hiding a rat inside Trojan. So that is also a Trojan. But rats are different. Rats are they are used for giving the remote access control to the attacker. That is rats. Okay. So rats and Trojans are different. So make sure you know the difference in the rats and Trojans for the examination. Is it
Yeah,
clear
clear,
up to
ma'am.
here?
Understood. Yeah, clear, clear.
Now we have bombs. So they are the malicious software like a virus, but they are they can able to replicate itself without the user interaction. So basically, worms can easily replicate or copy themselves without any user interaction or without any clicking any button or etc. So they automatically replicate themselves from one place to another, or they can replicate over a network or from one PC to another, etc. And how they can spread over your network? They can come through any means, like they can come via or spread via any email attachments. They can spread via any network file shares or any other methods. Okay. So worms are like they can just spread themselves without any user interaction. So they're like self-install and without any user installation process or without any user click. They replicate and spread without a user constant or constraint on action. For example, and worms can use deception to normal network traffic and computing activities. So worms can they can harm your system in various ways. Like they can increase your network traffic. They can spread from one system to another. They can further spread any other malwares, etc. So they can even they can spread all over your network without any user action or without any user permission or etc. So we have one famous bomb, which is like the Stuxnet, which is nation state level bomb attacks. So it is like the 2000, it was released in 2010, like it was appear in 2010. And it is like the first implementation of a bomb as a cyber weapon. Okay, so it is also replicate itself, like it is actually a bomb only. So it has all the the nature and the features of the bombs. So that is why it is a bomb. So it is like it's Stuxnet. So the aim of this bomb, it was like targeted on the Iranian nuclear program. Okay, and what it did is it basically copied the files from the systems and from the thumb drives from the systems and from the network and sent to the attacker. So it is like the first bomb which is was appeared in 2010 as a cyber. And how you can fight against the bombs? Simply just look for the network, monitor your networks. Okay. And spread the awareness no one can open any unauthorized or suspicious mail. No one can download anything from the suspicious from the internet, etc. Then we have rootkits. So rootkits are the malwares we designed for better access to a system. Okay. So they are like designed to allow the attackers to access a system through a backdoor. Okay. So they use techniques to conceal themselves and evade detection. So even they can easily bypass the firewalls, they can easily bypass the IDS or etc. How they can bypass it? Because like many modern rootkits also include some capabilities like they can easily like bypass any kind of security mechanism, any kind of firewall IDs or IPS through a variety of techniques like ranging from just manipulating the file system, manipulating the drivers to ensure that the user cannot see the file. Okay, like copying the file or copy the malware file to the temporary directory where user cannot, user always user like we cannot basically visit the temp directory, or they can even hide in the MBR of your disk, which is the master boot disk record, or they can even hide in the registries, etc. And while hiding the registries, they can also become persistent. Okay. And also they can allow attackers to they can also wipe us against the full disk encryption techniques. Okay. So detecting rootkits is challenging as infected systems cannot be trusted. So you cannot trust the infected system. First, finding the rootkits are challenging, and then removing the rootkits are also challenging. Okay. So what is the the best way of identifying the rootkits? You can identify the rootkit like if the system is infected or not. So you can compare or you can just test the suspected system with the unsuspected or with the trusted system of the company. So this is how you can like identify the any rootkit. Okay. Even the rootkits can also bypass the behavior or signatures of the uh, like uh, antivirus. Antivirus, how the antivirus works basically. Antivirus is identify the malwares on the basis of two techniques. First, on the basis of the signatures, and second, on the basis of the behavior. Main. Okay. So, if the signature of the malware is there, like is in the database of the signatures of the database of the antivirus, and if the signatures matches, then the antivirus will block that file. Okay. And more as behavior. Like behavior is like antivirus keep on checking what this particular file is doing inside a system. Like if you are opening any PDF, so the malware, sorry, the anti-malware or the antivirus will check what this particular PDF is doing inside my system. That is the behavior. If the PDF is behaving like a PDF, like if the PDF is displaying the content of the PDF, then it is a fine. It is a PDF only. But if a PDF is behaving like any other thing, like if a PDF is giving a remote access control, then it is a malware. Okay, it is a Trojan because we are hiding PDF inside a malware inside a PDF. So how we can fight against the rootkits? So we can use the integrity checking, we can use hash checking, we can use data validation checks, or we can use anti-rootkits for finding the complex rootkits inside the system. Okay, and once a rootkit is discovered, rebuilding or restoring the system is necessary because you cannot trust a rootkit. Like you cannot trust if a particular rootkit is fully removed from the system or not. So always make sure you have a backup for your office system so that if you any rootkit or any kind of malware like attack your system, then you can restore your system. Okay, you can easily restore system. Even the virtual machines, containers, system imaging, even the software defined environments, they have becoming more common. So they have simplified the process of restoring. So you can simply restore a virtual machine, you can simply restore a Docker or any container, etc., or any virtual software environment, okay, very easily. Okay. And more else, apart from rootkits, apart from the malicious rootkits, we have one more rootkit which is DRM rootkits. DRM is like digital risk rights management. So these are the rootkits which are used for as a anti-cheating or as a just checking as a like anti-cheating toolkits for the games, or they're like they are the trusted rootkits. So you don't need to worry about these rootkits because these are the rights management rootkits. Yeah, but you need to worry about that malicious rootkits which are installed inside a system without the user consent. Okay, so we have to focus on the malicious rootkits for the exam as well. Okay. So, and how we can avoid the rootkits? So make sure you have fully updated your systems, updated your antivirus or anti-malwares. You have a best security practice, and you have like the best with the best security practices. You have a best backup of your system, and you have a secure configurations of your devices, etc. And also you have to give the least privileged access to your management team. Okay, like to your employees, etc. Okay, so these are the some like preventions we can use for avoiding any kind of malware, not just the rootkits, any kind of malware. So these are all about rootkits. Now we have backdoors. So backdoors are tools that allow unauthorized access to systems. So they are like the methods or tools that provide access that bypasses normal authentication and authorization, and even the procedures and that allow the attacker to access the systems, devices, or applications, even the networking devices. Now, backdoors can be hardware or they can be software. But for the security exam, you need to worry about only software-based backdoors. Okay. So even some manufacturers may use undisclosed backdoors, posing security risk. So let's say you are taking any third-party services from any organization. Let's say you are taking any third party API or third party anything from external sources. So maybe that external source include any backdoor in their services. So that is also the security risk. Okay. So and identifying the backdoors can involve checking for the unexpected open ports and services, but complex backdoors may hide within existing services or use encrypted channels to communicate with the remote host. Okay, so basically, how you can identify the backdoors? Let's say backdoors are like, let's say, this is my system, okay, or this is what we can say target PC. Now, this target PC is like infected by the backdoor or any malware, and that malware further uploaded a backdoor inside my system. So backdoor are also known as the persistent malwares. Persistent is like, let's say, this PC is like I'm using this PC as a target, or as a victim, I'm using my PC. And you as a attacker send me the backdoor, and now this backdoor is now inside my or installed inside my PC. Now let's say my work is over and I just turn off my uh, PC. Okay. So when I turn off my PC, your connection for as a remote access is lost. So now when I turn on the PC, the backdoor will make a persistent connection. Means the backdoor will automatically make a connection with my attacker, and the attacker now can like continue his or her work. Like he can continue monitoring my device. He can continue stealing the information from my device because of this backdoor or because of this persistent connection. Persistent is like whenever I turn on my computer again or my PC again, the connection will automatically establish without any user interaction or without any attacker interaction. So whenever you are putting a backdoor inside a target system, this means you are making a connection persistent or you are making a attack persistent. Means if the attacker wants to hack someone for a long time, so he or she can include backdoor. Means if there's a backdoor inside a system, so the attacker doesn't need to hack the system again after I turn off the system because of the persistent connection. Because when I turn on the PC, the attacker like to establish the connection again automatically. Okay. So the like backdoors like can be of any type. So you can look for any open ports and any services which are running, like any suspicious services or any suspicious ports which are running. Okay, or also even some other popular or some other high level or complex vendors, they may hide in the existing services. Like let's say FTP is running, FTP or let's say STDP service is running. So this is like a well-known port or well-known service. So if this is running and my vector is hiding over this service, then I cannot identify if the vector is running on this service or it is a legit service. Okay, so at that time it is like very difficult to identify if there's a vector or not. Even they also follow some encrypted channels like HTTPS. They're using HTTPS for the connection, etc. Okay, so after vectors, we have bots. So bots are malware infected system or devices remotely controlled by attackers. Okay. So as you heard, like I think you might heard about the bots. So and the group of bots are known as botnets, which is used by the attackers for the various types of attacks, like the DOS attacks, spam delays, etc. So basically, large botnets may have hundreds or thousands of or millions of computers under the control. Okay, and botnets can control millions of bots. So botnets command and control systems often operate in a client-server model with central control systems providing commands and updates. Let me show you this one. So let's say we have this figure. Sorry. I'm sorry, like there's a connection issue.
Yeah, okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So we were on this figure. So here, so let's say there's a system. Let's say this is the attacker system, and this attacker system takes over the multiple PCs, okay, which is like located anywhere. It is not compulsory that these are the PCs which are only have like should have to inside the network. PCs are from anywhere. Okay. So let's say this attacker takes over this one, two, three PCs. Okay, which is like which are not even on the same network. So now this attacker can control these three PCs on the basis of command and control. So command and control works like a client server model where the client requests for something in the server, answer something. Okay, same as the bot, this attacker can apply any kind of command and the bots, which are these PCs, can respond or can like do anything whichever the attacker wants. Okay, like whatever the attacker wants. So that is known as the command and control servers or the attack.
Ma'am, that means by using that PC, they will attack, right?
Yeah, by using basically they are not attacking by themselves. The this attacker, this particular
Okay.
attacker, which is this botnet attacker, is asking these PC to do something or do whatever this attacker
Mm.
wants. Okay, that is why
Okay,
like
okay.
this botnet or this attacker is running the commands in his or her PC, and these botnets are performing those operations. Okay.
Yeah, okay, okay, clear.
So basically, previously, botnets are they follow IRC, which is Internet Relay Chat for the command and control. But right now, for the modern bots, they are using the HTTPS. which is the secure traffic to conceal and protect their command and control communication from monitoring and analyzing. Like as you know, we cannot simply analyze the HTTPS traffic because the data that is like encrypted. Okay, so here the modern botnets, they are protecting themselves while like working on the HTTPS, which is the secure channel. Okay, then we have second approach, which is peer-to-peer botnets. So first approach, we have CNC botnets, which is command and control botnets, and second we have peer-to-peer botnets. And what is this peer-to-peer? Sure. This is peer-to-peer, where each and every computers are connected with each other. So let's say if any security professional or any forensicator identify this is an attacker. So the attacker, now this is all the combination of pieces which are connected by each other via peer and peer topology. So let's say this one is attacker. Now from this PC, the attacker is controlling all other PCs. So let's say this connection or the forensicators or the security professionals like turn off this PC or cut off this PC. So the attacker easily can move to another PC. And now the attacker can control from this PC. If the professionals cut off this PC also, so the attacker can move to another PCs. So this is known as peer-to-peer botnets, where all the botnets are connected with each other, and the attacker can control any of the PCs and like work as a CNC server. So, peer-to-peer botnets control modern models are commonly used, connecting bots directly to each other and avoiding any single point of failure. If one point fails, so the attacker can move to another point for controlling the other botnets. Encrypted peer-to-peer traffic is difficult to identify. Okay, if they are using the HTTPS traffic, like secure HTTPS, then we cannot easily find out the actual traffic, or like whatever is going on over this traffic, over this channel. Okay, or on these systems. But machine learning tools and behavior-based patterns can aid in detection. So we can use ML tools for identifying the like we can identify the tools. Like we can identify the like whatever the traffic is going over the PCs. Many botnets use fast flux DNS, constantly changing IP address to evade takedowns. So we have one more term which is fast flux DNS. So fast flux DNS is a DNS technique which is used to mask the botnets by quickly shifting among a network of compromised hosts, acting as a proxies and even enabling cyber criminals to delay or evade detections. Okay, means by this technique, we can easily bypass the security. So what we are doing, we are quickly shifting the DNS, okay, from one domain to another, so that no one can identify which is the original or which is the compromised domain or which is the compromised system by using the proxies. So control networks can defeat fast flux DNS by forcing DNS requests to organizational servers and logging in DNS all DNS requests. So how we can fight against this technique? We can log all the DNS requests. Okay, and also we can use some modern tools for identifying the traffic over the network, and we can also analyze the DNS names which are using in the process. So identifying the botnets or detecting the botnets involves analyzing bot traffic with network monitoring tools like IPS and IDS, reverse engineering malware and antivirus and endpoints detection tools. So we can use these approaches to find the botnets. Okay, we can use antiviruses, we can use anti-malwares, we can use the reverse engineering malware technique, which is used for reverse engineering is a technique which is used for disabling any software or any piece of code or any hardware. Let's say you have a hardware, let's say you have a software, okay, or any malware. So you are disabling or you are checking like what is the exact code of this malware or what is the exact language it is using. So that is known as reverse engineering. Like you are reversing the entire process which is used for creating. Okay. etc. You can use these tools. Then botnets are usually used for like launching the DOS attack against application and services. So we highly use the botnets for launching the DDoS attacks. And as you know, DDoS are like the denial of service attack, which is distributed denial of service, where we are sending a lot of traffic over the server. Okay, so that server may, in the hope that server may crash down. Okay, so we are like increasing the server traffic. So for that, for using or for applying the DDoS attack, we need several PCs. We cannot apply the DDoS attack by using a single PC. We have to use multiple PCs. Okay, so that is why we use botnets. Then identifying the botnet driven DDoS attacks require monitoring your traffic. Like if you see we have like lots of traffic coming from somewhere, then you can easily find that okay, this is a DDoS attack. And sometimes collaboration with ISP for upstream visibility. Then you can also use ISP, your internet service providers, for checking the DDoS. And more else, identify the differentiate the DDoS attacks from the legitimate traffic can be challenging. And security tools like SIM, systems and behavior analysis tools are necessary for detection and differentiate. So basically, distinguish DDoS attacks from legitimate traffic can be challenging. So you cannot identify that you can easily identify which is a DDoS attack or which is a ledger traffic, but it is like quite challenging. You cannot easily identify, but you can use the SIM tools, you can use WireShark, you can use OpenAI, you can use behavior analysis tools for identifying the traffic. Okay, this is all about botnets. Then we have keyloggers. So keyloggers are they are used for capturing the keystrokes and other inputs for the malicious purpose. So apart from the keystrokes, they can also capture the screenshots, your mouse movements, your touch screen inputs, and your credit card swipes, etc. Okay. Keyloggers are like whenever you are typing something, let's say you are typing the username password. Okay, let's say this one is a PC and this PC is now infected by the keylogger malware. So here, now when whatever the user will type, whatever, if he or she is chatting something, chatting from from any application, or he or she is applying any kind of whatever he or she is typing, all that keystrokes are now recording, and then the keystrokes are transferring to the attacker. Okay. Apart from keystrokes, they can also capture the mouse movements. Okay, your mouse with where it's going, your touch screen inputs, your credit card swipes, etc. Okay. So keyloggers like it prevention involves security best practice and like patching and using anti-malware tools. Okay. So, you can prevent using the best practices like patching, or you can use update versions of like antivirus and anti-malwares. Okay. And keyloggers can be locate anywhere. They can hide in your kernel. They can also uh, comes with your APIs or your scripts, whatever you are downloading from the external source, or even directly from your mem. Okay, so the main goal of the keylogger are to capture the keystrokes, whatever you are typing, and that is directly transfer to the attacker. And how you can also secure yourself from keyloggers, you can enable the MFA, which is multi-factor authentication, which can help to reduce the impact of keyloggers. Let's say the attacker now knows your username or password. Then if he or she is applies your username password, then they also have the MFA to bypass. Okay, your on two-step verification to bypass. So that is why you can use MFA for securing your accounts. And in the untrusted environments, you can use the bootable USB drivers can provide additional protection. If you are using any system in the cyber cafes or in anywhere, in other companies or in the external companies, then you can use bootable USB in that case. Bootable USB is like another operating system in a pen drive. So you can use bootable USB for using or doing some operation, and then you can plug off your USB and take with you. Okay. And more else, you can prevent using the anti-malware and do the antiviruses, etc. Okay. Then next we have logic bombs. So logic bombs are not stand-alone malware but embed code within other programs. Okay, they are like the malwares which are not independent malicious program. Means they need some function or they need some code that are placed inside other programs and that will activate when set conditions are met. Okay, like let's say you have created a game. Let's say Flappy Bird. And inside this Flappy Bird, you have hide or you have embed your logic code or logic form inside that Flappy Bird. And let's say you have set a timer or you have set any condition. If this condition met, then this logic form will activate. And without that condition, you cannot activate your logic forms. Okay. So they activate based on the specific conditions or triggers. Relatively rare compared to other malware types. They are like rare as compared to other malwares. And even they are like very like they can easily bypass the antiviruses. Okay, and can have a significant impact if they successfully impact. Like they can do anything if they are activated. And then consideration in software development and system management is essential. Like whatever you are embedding, make sure that is genuine. That should be non-malicious. Okay, so make sure whatever the application you are using, that should be from the trusted source so that you can avoid the future attacks or any malware attacks. Now we have virus. So computer viruses are self-copying and self-replicating malicious programs. So computer viruses are quite popular. Okay, they just self-copy themselves or they just self-replicate and kind of malicious program. So viruses require one or more infect mechanism that they can use to spread themselves. Okay, simply like they can pair with some other form of search capability or to find a new places to spread. So they use any infection mechanism to spread and have triggers and fails. Varieties of viruses include we have like many kinds of viruses. We have memory resident virus. So memory resident viruses stay in memory while the system is running. So they are like activated from the memory only, and they are like hard to find because they are inside memory. Non-memory, they like they execute, spread, and shut down. Okay. Then we have boot sector viruses, which are inside in the boot sector of a drive. Okay, you are inside a bootloaders. Then we have macro viruses, use macros of code within the software or spread. Then we have email viruses, which is spread via email attachments or flaws within the email clients. Macro viruses are like the viruses, like for example, you are using the PPT or Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so Microsoft PowerPoint uses the macros functionalities. Like you can run the various commands in the PPTs for making your PPT or for creating a PPT or like automatically. That is known as VBA scripts. Okay, so you can run these kinds of like scripts inside PowerPoints. So these are known as macro functionalities. So instead of running any legit command, you can run any macro virus instead of that in place of that script. Okay, so this is like the macro viruses. And then we have email viruses, which is spread via any email attachments. Okay, is it clear this much?
Yeah, it's clear, ma'am. It's okay.
Then we have fileless viruses. I think four to five are left. So fileless viruses attacks spread through methods like spam email and malicious websites, exploiting browser plugin and browser flaws. Okay, so these are the very dangerous malwares because, as you know, these are the fileless malware. We don't have any file for that any malware. Previously, we are discussing the malwares which have any file, so that we can, if you like, find and remove that. But these are the fileless malware. We don't have any file for these virus. So if we don't have any file, so how we can remove that, right? So they basically they basically store inside the registries entries, okay, for the persistent connection. So they are like spread through the methods like email, spam mail, and malicious websites. And they can like exploit your plugins or browsers, flaws like your extensions, etc. They inject themselves into system memory and conduct malicious activities without the require of local file storage. So they don't need any location for storing. They just like store in your memory and execute themselves. And also they can store themselves into your registries for the persistent connection. Preventing fileless attacks involve keeping software up to date, keeping your browser up to date, using anti-malware tools to identify the unexpected behavior, and implementing the network level defenses and reputation based protection mechanism. Okay. So, and once they like successfully find a way into the system, they inject themselves into memory and then conduct further malicious activities, including adding any ability to reinfect the system or including any removing your entire data, removing your windows, or even uploading any further any other malware. And they are not storing inside the local file. So that is why it is not easy to find. Okay, so let's see this image. So let's say here, any user click on the email links to a malicious website. So any user click on the email which contains a malicious link to a malicious website. And when the user visited the malicious website, so the website exploit browser plugin vulnerability. Let's say you have any extension or any plugin which is installed inside a browser which is vulnerable, and that website exploit the vulnerability of that browser. Then shell codes run command line script to download and execute the payload. Then we have some shell code running in the background so that can download your fileless virus. Then payload run in memory and execute further attacks. So now there's a fileless virus or malware inside your memory, which will like execute any further attacks. So it can even it can do anything. It can further upload any malware. It can create any registry entry. Okay, it can do anything. Okay, it can create any registry entry to like upload any other malware. Okay, so this is like the process follows again, or the process start from here also. So it depends on the kind of operation you are performing with that malware, with the fileless malware. Like what is that malware is performing after getting into the memory? Like what is this further attack is? Okay. So this further attack can be anything, uploading the rat, uploading the backdoor, or downloading any further malware. So this can be anything, or creating a persistent entry in the registries, etc. So it can be anything. And finally, you can like use the IDS, IPS network level defenses for protecting your network. Okay. Then here we have spyware. So spyware is malware designed to gather information about individuals, organizations, or systems. Okay, so we have like various types of spyware, like we have browsing, which uh, different types of spyware target various informations like browsing habits, like what are the sites you are browsing, your installed software, or your sensitive confidential information. Okay, even many spyware like packages track the user's browsing habits or even the location as well, like where it is going and what he or she is doing. Even some of them also like capture the cameras or your recording, your voice recording, etc. So some spywares relatively harmless, like they are like very innocent, like spywares, while other can be like have the motive of identifying of just like stealing your identity or private information, your fraud, doing any fraud or any taking any unauthorized access to your systems and web cameras. So we have to simply focus on the malicious like malwares, spywares. Spyware is associated with identified trap and advertising, DRM monitoring, and stalkerware used to monitor partners in relationship. So spyware can use to for taking your identity and using your identity for any illegal purpose. That is known as identity theft. They can use for advertising, like they can see like what are the products you are checking, and then they can like display those products for like recommend your products that you are checking out. They are for digital right management monitoring. They are also stockware. Okay, like whatever the habits you are doing. Okay, so that they can use these habits, the user habits, for their own purpose or for their own business. Then combating or fighting the spyware involves using anti-malware tools and user awareness to prevent the unintentional installation through the deception means. So, we can like avoid like spread the awareness. We can use anti-malware tools for like identifying the spyware or for blocking the malwares, and we can avoid any unintentional installation from any other sources or from the untrusted sources to avoid the spyware or any other malwares. Then we have PUPs, which is the potentially unwanted programs. So they are the programs that users may not want but are less dangerous than other malware. So they are just the useless malware which are downloaded automatically when you download any game or any other video or any other browser. For example, whenever you download the Chrome or Firefox, there's another additional browser comes with the Chrome or Firefox or like the Opera or the Chromium, etc. So these are the very unwanted malwares, sorry, programs which are unwantedly installed inside your system, and they are hence increasing the your system memory, etc. So these are comes in the bundles like PUPs are often installed without the user awareness or as a part of software bundles. Okay, example are any include adware, any browser toolbars, and tracking programs. Main thing is like let's say if you have tried to download any movie from the untrusted website, then the extensions are automatically added with those movies. So these are some unwanted programs which are not exactly the malware. Okay, but these are all unwanted. Then we have antivirus and anti-malware programs can identify and remove PUPs. Organization can limit user rights to prevent the installation of POPs on organization's own PC. So you can limit the access. You can apply the firewall rules for limiting the user rights, like what a user can do or what a user cannot do, or which site the user can visit or which site the user cannot visit. Okay. And identifying or detecting the PUPs doesn't necessarily indicate a compromised system. Removable and user awareness are often sufficient to address PUP installations. So we don't need any, extra security control or extra security mechanism to apply on the systems for avoiding these PUPs. We can simply aware, like spread the awareness and the best practices to apply the firewall rules to block the incoming or outgoing traffic. Like you can block the let's say Play Store IP, so the user cannot visit the Play Store, etc. So these are POPs. So next we have malicious code. So malicious, apart from these malwares which we have discussed so far, we have malicious codes, which are the malicious scripts which are created for harming the system, which are also known as traditional malware or the custom built code can be used as a by the attackers. So these are created using various languages like PowerShell, Python, Bash, and VBA macros, and other scripting languages like Ruby, Golang, or Java, etc. Okay, for attackers on both Windows and Linux, even Mac OS also. So defenses against PowerShell attackers include using CLM, that is constrained language model or mode, and application control and enabling logging. So we can use the this method, which is like we can restrict PowerShell, like what kind of command this PowerShell can run and not. Because as you know, in the Windows, PowerShell can do anything. So PowerShell is quite powerful in the Windows. So we can like create rules, some firewall rules, like what PowerShell can do or what kind of command this PowerShell can run or not. So we can simply set PowerShell to run the basic commands like ls, pwd, etc. Okay, we can avoid running the high privilege or high level commands so that we can avoid the PowerShell interaction with the attackers. And then we can also use application control and enabling loggings. Logging is very powerful. We can easily check what kind of command is enabled by the user, etc., or what kind of activity is going inside the system. For VBA macros, Microsoft Office disable them by default, and user education is crucial to prevent enabling macros in unknown or untrusted documents. As I said, macros are the, let's say, we have a Microsoft PowerPoint. So in the Microsoft PowerPoint, you can create a whole PPT automatically using macros VBA script. So because of the security mechanism of security reason, Microsoft Office, by default, they disable that macros for running the VBA script. But the user, the attacker can enable it, or he or she can run any VBA script for hacking the website, sorry, hacking that system. But these are the script. These are only like related to the application, not the operating system. Means your operating system cannot block these VBA scripts because we are not running the VBA scripts or VBA macros on the operating system. We are running these scripts on the Microsoft Office on the application. That is why anti-malware and antivirus cannot block these malicious macros. Okay, but these are automatically disabled, so we are we can just leave this one. Like we don't need to worry about this one because these are automatically manually or by default disabled. But yeah, if anyone enable it, that should be the problem. Okay, so we can prevent by using the awareness by providing the awareness training or education programs. Then we have Linux system can be targeted with Python, Perl, Bash, and other languages used for creating the persistent remote access and exploit tools. So Linux system are also we can easily hack using by creating the scripts which is made in Python, Perl, Bash, Golang, Java, etc. Okay, and preventing attacks involves securing the system from vulnerabilities and compromised accounts. So this is very important because basically these scripts are most of these scripts make use of the vulnerabilities for harming the system. And if you don't have any vulnerabilities inside your system or if you don't have any weakness inside your system, then you can easily avoid these scripts from running in your systems. Okay. Also, you can use some are bash, which is restricted bash, and rootkit detection tools can aid in preventing attacks and identifying compromised system. RBash is like in the RBash or in the restricted bash, you can only run some few commands. Okay, and rest are the commands are restricted. So you can also use RBash or you can also give users RBash to work on that. Okay, with instead of giving the actual bash or actual shell, you can give the RBash. But RBash is very, very. So RBash are like very what we say. They are like they almost they block all your commands. So you can only run very few commands like ls, pwd, some like cd, some basic commands. You cannot run any normal command in the RBash. So that is why they are not the effective countermeasure or security mechanism to apply. But yeah, you can use rootkit detection tools for blocking the malwares. So last year we have adversary artificial intelligence. So adversarial artificial intelligence involves using AI for the malicious purposes. Okay, like you are using the AI for creating the malwares, you are using the AI for creating the attacks. So these are the attacks focus on the data poisoning, attacking security and analytics, AI and ML, algorithm compromising the privacy. So in here we are using the AI ML tools or AIML for creating the malware, which is malicious, or which you can focus on the data poisoning or attack security, etc. So for that, first you have to train your AI model first in that case. Okay. So AI combines ML and deep learning to emulate human intelligence. So AI is like ML and deep learning is the subset of AI. Tenant training data in ML system can lead to incorrect responses, poisoning security risks. So you can use AI for both purpose, for protecting your system also and for attacking your system also. So you can use AI for both purpose. It's all depend on your motive, like what are you doing? Okay, or what is your motive? So as AI and ML become more common, the security of training data and ML algorithms become increasingly important. So for even for creating the AI for the protecting or for the attacking, first you need to train your ML model. Okay. So that they can take their own decisions or they can adapt the human intelligence. That security analyst can take a step to understand the data quality, work with developers and secure the environment, review the algorithm changes, prevent bias, and involve domain experts to mitigate. So also if you input any malicious data, because model training is based on the data, like what kind of data you are feeding to your model. If you are feeding the malicious data, your model will be malicious. If you are feeding a non-malicious data, then your or non-malicious data, then your model would be that non-malicious. So it depends on your totally depends on your quality of data and what kind of data you are applying or giving to a model. If your model, if your data is fine, if your data have quality, then your model would work accordingly. Okay. So work with developers in secure environments, review the algorithm change. You have to keep on because models work on the algorithm. So you can also keep on checking the algorithms. You can work with the AI/ML developers for the secure environments. You can prevent the bias and involve domain experts to mitigate risk. Okay, so while creating the defensive AI or the offensive AI, for both you should need the security. You can apply the security mechanism there also. Okay, to avoid the risk. So these are all about the different malwares which are the part of the exam. Is it clear this much?
Yeah, yes, I'm clear. Okay.
Now let's take a summary, which is like virus. So they are the code that infects a subcomputer with file is open or execute. Bomb, which is like self-replicate. Trojans, they're like they look like a legit file, and you are like hiding a non-malicious file inside a legit file. Like you are hiding a malware inside a uh, image, inside a PDF, etc. Now this malware can be anything. This malware can be keylogger. This malware can be ransom. This malware can be spyware. This malware can be anything. Okay, ransomware, which is like take control on your computer or data unless you pay any ransom. Spyware, which is like software that collects information. Then rootkit, they are like gain administrator control of the system by targeting bootloader or cutter. It's like giving the root access to the target machine. Then spam abuse of electronic message systems. And more as we discuss about this AI, and then malicious scripts, and then PUPs. Those are actually these are not malware, but yeah, these are unwanted file. Okay, which is like less than malwares. Okay, and spywares, etc. And file is virus. More as logic bombs and keyloggers. These are not inside some list, so you can uh, take the recap from here only. Okay, so this much is clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so I will share the question and answers for these for the malware topic, and you can answer them. Okay. And if you find anything, any issue while answering any MCQ, then you can reach out to me. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, and you can also you have to also send me the answers so that I can check and confirm that if your answers are correct or wrong. Okay.
Okay.
So like now rest we will continue on Monday. Okay.
Monday. Okay. Yeah. Okay, ma'am.